Hey y'all, Random Andrew here, coming at you with another roadside cemetery video. This time we're on Highbury Road, heading north towards London. Guaranteed, if you've ever drove Highbury to London, you've seen this cemetery too, and like me, probably drove past it thousands of times and never stopped to check it out. Salt Creek Cemetery, windy day, but it's warm out. Let's go have a look. As you can see, Craig's already out there checking things out. I gotta read this sign off for these good folk. Salt Creek Cemetery is where we are. This block of land was deeded to Hugh Douglas as trustee for burying ground on June 2nd, 1845. Many pioneer families of the community lie here, with the first burials during the early 1830s. The Douglas family conveyed the cemetery to the trustees of the Chapel of Can Wesleyan Methodist New Connection on November 12th, 1846. Woo, yeah, it's a bit windy here, guys. Bear with me. A frame church stood on the northwest section of the lot about 1905. We're gonna go have a look over there as we check out this whole cemetery. You have to excuse the wind and the traffic noise, folks. Like I said, we're right on the side of Highbury here. So yeah, Salt Creek Cemetery looks like somebody's had a little issue with the fence over this winter. Could have even just been snow pushing down into it, but that kind of looks like a car hit it.
There's no tracks.
Yeah, there's no tracks.
It was a ghost car.
The snow literally, in case you're not from around here, the snow literally just melted 2 days ago. It's been so nice, it melted fast. So there's some wetness around. This is kind of neat. Somebody has come along all around the same time period and built these frames around each of the headstones to help hold them together. I think that's Shelania. That's really hard to read that. I'm moving a little closer for you guys, you can see it, and yes, that was my niece. Can't read the dates on it. I guess we'll start over here and we'll just go left to right. Look at this giant one in the ground here. With an angel up top. Circular where the dates and everything are. Eliza, wife of C. Field. And I don't see the date. Oh, wait, no. 28 years and 8 months. But I can't see the date. We got Memory of Francis, 1855. Okay, so I guess we'll move over this way. Thomas Edward Baker, 1862. This looks like almost like a cross or a shamrock in the middle. And the finger pointing up. That is the index finger pointing up, I should add. Mary. Oh, it's probably wife of or daughter of, perhaps. Let's say right here, but it's really hard to make out. Almost the exact same kind of artwork as the other one. Now keep in mind, none of these trees would have been here back when this was all set in stone, so to speak. Wesley, son of Webb, something Webb, W&A Webb. And there's no date to be seen. Oh yes, there is, 1865. It almost looks like it was a half a headstone there. This is why I like the smaller cemeteries like this, because it is easier to look at every single one of them.
This one's nice and clean.
Sarah Skelding. I swear, I've read a Skelding on a grave out towards Rodney area. Skelding. That sounds so familiar. Died February 2nd, 1869. February 2nd. That's my dad's birthday. Around this nice big mighty tree here. It's a memory of Mary Ann. 1865. We've got the handshake for the artwork. Actually, I should point this out too. It's not just a flat edge, it's actually got that beveled edge all the way around it. that a beveled edge?
Yeah, it is.
John. No dates available on that one. The hand clasping a flower of some sort, probably a rose. A lot of the inscriptions worn away off of this one too. There's a lot of Marys here. Mary Cotton. She's got the willow tree up top. 1852. So you can't even imagine. Actually, you know, in 1852, this road, right after Salt Creek Farm here, would have started curving left, followed the creek around to the right, and then back out. You remember on the old maps? If you guys are interested in seeing us do the hike of the old portion of Highbury that still remains, let me know. We'll take you on out there. John Douglas, 1856. Yeah, the wind is just kidding ridiculous. I hope that I really hope this video is not full of wind noise. 1841, May 27th, 1841. March 9th, 1875, native of Argyllshire, Scotland. See that a lot in this area.
Yeah.
Hugh Douglas. Oh, this is a Hugh Douglas that this land was deeded to. It says on the sign out there. Okay, so this is Hugh. It's because of him that this cemetery exists. Thank you, Hugh. Sarah, wife of Hugh Douglas, 1866. And we have another Douglas, Neil, 1862. And we got Anne, wife of Francis Gloyn. Is it Gloin? 1863. Woo!
I hope my wind blockiness is helping.
Yeah, Craig's kind of trying to work as a wind block so we don't get too blown away here. 1855 for William Axford. Well, there's a name that you know from the area, eh? Axfords.
Yep. Oh, right in the back of the head.
Craig's clearing some dead branches here. There's another Axford. I don't see any dates though. Robert H. Aw. Fanny. What would Fanny be short for?
Francis.
You think so? W. Andrew Axford.
A Francine.
And then I think that's a Porter. William Porter, 1871. And we've got this here. Imagine it's the top half of here. Oh, look at that. There's little painted stones here. Interesting. And then you can see here for Nancy's headstone, right on the bottom here, it says Teal and Wilkins, London. It's probably the people who made this headstone back in the day.
I'm finding this one quite interesting. It's got no date, nothing.
The date's probably down lower, or was.
Yeah, it was probably a taller structure at one point.
Yeah. Now these here, look at these. And there's another one right here. Spooky. Oh, look, there's another one. Craig.
What is that?
It looks like it's supposed to be a little Mason symbol.
Oh,
I think. The other one looked like it was just a couple of X's.
it's like Easter eggs.
Fred and Catherine, let's see, Ernest, 1886 or 1866. And then this, nothing left of this. Then I guess we're back here to another Fanny, Fanny Pugsley, 1872. I wasn't making that up. It's there. Then we've got one more over here. Check that out in just a moment. Okay, so coming back into this little bit of a wooded spot, we've got some bases, original bases for when some of these stones were put up. And then because they were re-encased, Guess they just didn't need these pieces anymore, and there's a bunch of them over here. Now, on that inscription by the road, it did say that there used to be a church on this lot.
Okay.
And it's back in this corner here, but I doubt you're gonna see any signs or evidence of it yet. I just noticed this in the tree, guys. This big old hole there. Some birds probably picking away at the tree. I do want to walk over here and see if we can't see any bit of the foundation for that church. Alright, well you can kind of see a bit of a depression in the ground here. And I'm just gonna guess that this is where that church would have been. And it's probably been gone so long because you look at the trees growing up in the place.
Oh, there's a marker. Property marker.
I think that's just for the back of the property.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I can't imagine it being a very big church either.
Gonna have to ask my wonderful audience, you guys watching, if you know something about when this church basically wasn't a church anymore, when it disappeared. Leave some information in the comments section down below. I love being able to have that information at hand. You know, if it doesn't make it in the video, at least those reading through the comments section later can see that information, especially when I go and mention it like that. Woo, there's that wind again. Yeah. So picture that, just a small little private church right in this corner. I think so. But it, like I said, it would have been gone so long ago, being that you can't see even hide nor hair that there was even a structure there. Other than the depression in the ground, it kind of does that in the area. Oh, we've got a Fowler, September 11th, 1859. Fowler is another last name that I've heard a lot in St. Thomas. And Elizabeth, wife of John Fowler. And does it say 1876? I do believe that says. Another piece of one right here. Wow, this is gonna be a windy video, so bear with us, folks. So we can get the whole structure in one frame here. It's got some height to it. You can see Penhale. It's a very recognizable family name. So we have Richard Penhale, 1836 to 1841. That young fellow didn't get to live very long at all. And W. Penhale, 1842 to 1843. Dang, that's sad. That's like a year. And Thomas Penhale, or I'm gonna guess that's THOS, is short for Thomas Penhale, 1801 to 1870. He lived 69 years old. His wife Marianne, 1804 to 1874. 70 years old right there. She, not only did she outlive her husband, but she lived a couple years longer than him, and well, she got to become older than him, I think is where I was going with that. And then their inscription across the bottom, it's really, really difficult to read. I bet you if you brought a sprayer or a mister, you could actually be able to tell. And then across the bottom it says J.R. Hughes, St. Thomas. And here is some of that other really interesting trim work, this artwork that gets put on these. I think it looks really great. You don't see them quite like that anymore.
I think there might have been an obelisk on top at one point too.
Well, either some kind of point or an urn. It could have been like an urn or something, right? Thomas Penhale. I do believe I've heard that name, St. Thomas history, before. It might just be familiar enough sounding to make me say that, though. Alright guys, well thank you for tuning in and watching the cemetery tour today. And now that the warm weather's here, and you can tell it's nice and sunny, we don't have to be completely bundled up anymore. Gonna get out and do a lot more. I'm even thinking some of the larger cemeteries that we have here in town, which have some notable graves in them. And there's some interesting stories about cemeteries that had to have been moved from one location to another including one that used to be behind Holy Angels Church. I want to do a little more history on that and bring you guys these videos of what happened to the bodies that were never found in those cemeteries. Interesting subjects. I got to contact with a few people, find out a little more, but those videos will be coming soon too. So make sure you're subscribed. I have been looking at the analytics for my channel that says a great deal of you viewers are not yet subscribed. So please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you know whenever new content is released, you can just tune right in and see it. As well, share the videos and click like if you enjoyed. Now that long-winded speech is over, thanks for joining us on this quick tour of the Salt Creek Cemetery. Hope you enjoyed it. Have yourselves a great day.